Because the greedy maw of capitalism cannot exercise its maximum destructive power without the benefit of the profit motive. So yes, for-profit colleges and universities sprouted up like toadstools on summer lawns. Since everyone still believed they had to get some sort of higher education, and since getting into old-fashioned private and public schools was not possible for everyone, capitalism filled a need to find some way to make young people, and people who still believed in social mobility, get into debt and suffer. Oh well, sometimes even a good scam will lose its luster. People started to figure out they were being scammed by for-profit universities and not-for-profit universities. Nowadays, the reputation of colleges and universities in this country has taken a real hit. Of course, if we're being fair, the reputation of everything in America has taken a deserved hit. The core problem right now is that college graduates can't get jobs. AI is not likely to make that less of a problem anytime soon. Even if AI is not the direct reason for layoffs and no hires, it's a handy excuse. The raw underlying reality of capitalism is that workers are just inputs and wages are just expenses. Labor isn't necessary if it isn't necessary. Nothing about capitalism guarantees employment for anyone. It's not about work, it's about ownership. So industrialization seemed to create a vast, yawning maw of greed for cheap labor. But America is not an industrial economy anymore. And there's little, if any, demand for expertise in the age of AI. And expertise is what colleges produce. Oh well. So college enrollment, which reached sort of a peak before Trump's first term, is now declining. People start college, but they don't finish it. About 42 million Americans these days have some college but no degree. Demographic shifts lead to declining college enrollment as well. There just literally aren't that many people graduating high schools these days because there just literally aren't that many young people these days. The boomers were a bulge generation. There were so many of them. There's just not nearly as many traditional college-age kids these days. Meanwhile, when Reagan was president, the U.S. was about 80% white, non-Hispanic white. Minorities really were minorities. White people constituted an overwhelming majority. Overwhelming. That's not the case anymore. What that means to colleges and universities today is that people expect something different from college than people in 1976 did. Furthermore, young men aren't enrolling at rates comparable to young women, and this has been going on for a while.